If you decide you don't want to play politics, you don't want to do politics as a Nigerian citizen, you are doing yourself because politics is already doing you. And that is why you are buying rice today at the rate of 90,000 naira. Hello everyone, I hope this video meets you well. So as a Nigerian from wherever you are watching me from, it's a beautiful day and I hope it's beautiful on your own side. But all I just want you to take in or take away today is that we Nigerians are blessed. It is unfortunate that we have leaders in powers who have turned Nigeria to what Nigeria is. But you see, these leaders, all they are doing is to make sure that you and I are discouraged of Nigeria. But the more they do it, the more we Nigerians need to make them understand that Nigeria belongs to every single one of us. And the more they fight, if we fight with the same vigor, the way they sell their properties in order to get to position because of the stealing that is going to follow after that, if we can put a little bit of such vigors, believe you me, Nigeria will be a place to want to be today. I'm sure most of you must have been hearing or knowing that our leaders in Nigeria talk about the senators, talk about the House of Reps. Most of these people sell their properties, believing that when they get to that position, they can steal as much, or that position offers them humongous amount of money that warrants them to sell their properties in order to get to those positions. If those positions were the other way, where the maximum amount of money you get is money that can actually bring in character, capacity, and competence, then we will not be where we are in Nigeria today. You will hear of the Nigerian senators talking about how they earn 21 million naira per month. And you can see even their employers are denying this to say that, no, that is not true. If the person that is being paid is coming out to say, this is amount I'm being paid. If you listen to some of these people or some of the past senators like Senator Shehu Sani, listen to him for a few minutes and you understand where I'm coming from.
When any person is elected into the parliament, whether as a senator or as a member of House of Reps, there are three categories of payments he receives. Yeah. The first one is the salary. During our time was 750, and then the 9th Senate was almost 850, and then this 10th Senate, they have 1 million. And then the second payment is the running cost of office. It is money that is credited to your own account, and you are expected to retire the items listed for the running cost. And at that time, we were given 13.5, and I think the 9th Senate, they had something like 15 or 16 million. And then now revealed by Kawu Smiler that they are on 21 million. And the third payment a senator or member House of Reps get is the constituency projects funds. Constituency funds are domiciled in a government agency, whether ministry, department, or agency of the federal government. And there you'll be told that you have such amount of money with us, and then you are going to submit list of items you want that money to be spent on. So some senators will choose to build hospitals and schools, roads. Some will say they want to do empowerment programs in their own constituency and all sorts of things. So basically, what Kawu Smaila did was to simply second what I did many years ago by disclosing the amount. So when I had the Resource Mobilization and Physical Allocation Commission making claims that senators are only giving 1 million naira, and I saw that in the statement which they made, they mentioned my name, refuting what I said. But I'm happy that Kawu Smaila has vindicated me.
Why is it an issue for the employer who pays out the money to be defending this? And it is very simple. It is because both the employer and the employee are all criminals. If not, you will not sell your property in order to get to a position. And if an employee can be saying this is the amount of money I earn, and the employer can be denying it, then you can understand the level that the employer himself is actually stealing the money. And that is what we have in Nigeria today. These people are not just criminals, because they are murderers, because anybody who does anything and contributed to the death of another person is a murderer. That person needs to go to jail. Some of these senators are given constituency allowances in their hundreds and hundreds of millions, where they can build hospitals for community, where they can build schools. Imagine what 400 million will build, the kind of school or hospital that 400 millions will build in a community or in a constituency.
When people are elected into the legislative arm of government, they should be there to make laws and perform oversight function as an arm of government, as a parliament. They should not be saddled with the responsibility of building schools and roads and hospitals. But we live in a country where the masses, the people, can't differentiate between the responsibility of a lawmaker and that of those in the executive arm. Running cost is not for you to pay the salary of the staffs in your office. All the staffs that are employed in your own office are paid by the National Assembly.
So in other words, this 21 million naira take home per month for each senator is not justified. It's not justifiable in any way or form.
And that is why I always advocate for us to go back to the regional system we used to have in the past. Let's assume in your office you buy brand new furnitures, like they always said, is furniture allowance, is newspaper allowance, is hospital allowance and stuff. How many of you buy new furnitures in your office and you need to change those furnitures monthly? And this is the problem that we are having in Nigeria. You will understand the damage that the Nigerian government are doing to the Nigerian citizen. Listen to this other person and you will understand where I'm coming from.
The salaries of lawmakers are made public, but why is ours different? What are your take, or what's your take rather?
Senator Kawu Smaila is an insider. He's an active participant, a principal officer for that matter of the National Assembly. Therefore, I would rather believe Kawu Smaila in wholesale and retail than believe revenue mobilization or any other counter from anybody. I stand by Kawu Smaila. I believe his figure, and this figure is not the first time it is being made public. Senator Shehu Sani in the past made a revelation of 17 million naira then. The figure has jumped to 21 million naira now. And we challenge any member of the National Assembly who have the courage, a senator, to show us his last month alert, where he received the so-called allowance and the wholesale salary. I have a personal friend, a serving senator, Yesterday, he opened his telephone, showed me the last alert he received, and it corroborates Akau's Mela's position. 21 million naira. Actually, 21,448,000 naira was what my friend received last month. Let me give you the following disclosures. Now, everybody remembers that every senator was given 500 million naira constituency project. It was credited to their accounts directly. This is a breach of the Procurement Act. If you are giving somebody 500 million naira to undertake any project in his own constituency, number one, that project must be clearly defined, not at his own discretion. Number two, that allocation must be on the line item of a budget. It's not there. Any project that you are going to undertake with that money must be published through a tender. There will be people who will respond. There will be a technical and financial opening of the bid, and there will be award. None of them is there. It's clearly a fraud. If that is not enough for you, look at what they did. They allocated 3 billion naira for car park. They allocated 4 billion naira for gymnasium. In a state, in a country where hunger has taken over the entire horizon.
Let's talk about the role that the RMAFC plays in all of this. We've talked about the lawmakers, but the RMAFC has come out, to say they've disputed the statement made by Shehu Sani, who had stated that 13.5 million in his time, in addition to running cost, in addition to a salary of about 750,000 naira. But RMAFC has come out to dispute what Shehu Sani has said, dispute, the recent allegations that have been made.
The Revenue Mobilization Allocation Appeal Commission is now a political wing of APC or a political wing of any party in power. I believe not hearsay, but people confessing with facts.
Is it high time for the House of Assembly, in short, for the senators, for everyone to come out clean and say, this is how much we earn? And do you think that RMAFC should actually be scrutinized?
If you're expecting the senators to come out clean, it means you are blowing your own trumpet too much. Don't expect any of them to come out clean. Why do I say so? Look at the circumstances under which they emerge as senators. By the last count, in June this year, 64% of members of the National Assembly are either facing trial in court or are under criminal investigation, or are under investigation. Currently, 63% of them have existing either a court case or a criminal proceeding, or they are under EFCC investigation. The current members. How can somebody with a questionable circumstance come out clean? He is already dirty. Number two, how do you expect a senator who sat down in the National Assembly and approved that a borehole in Akpabio's constituency be sunk at the cost of 184 million naira per borehole? It's in the budget. How do you expect a senator to come out clean? The same senator who approved 193 million naira for one single street light in Akpabio's constituency. I can continue giving you endless examples. People who emerge through questionable circumstances will never have the wisdom and the courage and the guts and the audacity to come out clean. Don't forget, I can give you a clear example. Senator Ahmed Lawal, Senator Akpabio, as they are being addressed, did not emerge through a political process. They didn't buy INEC form for Senate. They were not there during the primary for Senate. They were not nominated as candidates. Their names were not on the ballot papers, and yet they emerged as senators, Federal Republic of Nigeria. How can such people come out?
All the reasons that you have listened to are the more reasons that you, the Nigerian person, me and you, we need to. I can understand so many people are being discouraged by these our leaders, by the kind of or amount of money that they take home and the way they have destroyed people's life. Imagine you get these hundreds and hundreds of millions on constituency project. You look around you. How many in your state, in your constituency? What new thing have you seen that the government did? It's not happening. And that is the more reason why you and I have to get involved in politics. If you decide you don't want to play politics, you don't want to do politics as a Nigerian citizen, you are doing yourself. Because politics is already doing you. And that is why you are buying rice today at the rate of 90,000 naira. That is why you are buying a bag of corn, 90,000 naira. That is why you are buying fuel, 1,000 plus per liter. That is why you are buying palm oil, about 30 something thousand. That is why you are buying a basket of tomato at about 35, 40,000. So the politics is already doing you. And this thing is not going to stop until you and I come out and stop it. And how do we stop it? You need to get involved in politics. It's now or never, my people. I understand there are people we need to elect into these positions, the right people to make things happen. I am one of those that don't really believe because of the time it's going to take us to get it right. I believe in electing one leader, one Sikh leader that is going to be on the side of the Nigerian people. If he's going to be a dictator on the side of the Nigerian people against these criminals that we have as leaders, then we need to gang up around that kind of person. It doesn't have to be one of these politicians that we have had in the past. It could be just new somebody who we know his character capacity and his determination to deal with corruption. Not this kind of corruption that the current leaders and the ones that have come in the past are doing. And that is the way I see it. It's unfortunate that this country continued to go down and down in the midst of so much. And this is the more reason, this is the more hope that you can have in order to fight and make sure that the future, not only for your own children, even your own future, becomes stable. These are the things that we need to come together and do. You saw what is happening in the southeast. You saw what is happening in the north. And that will tell you that this hatred that has existed from the civil war in Nigeria has not gone anywhere. It's still happening today. But unfortunately, it's boomeranging, because if we have insecurity in Southeast that is imported, definitely we have insecurity that the lapses has been allowed to strive, because the Nigerian government are concentrating more on where there's no problem. The northern part of Nigeria is where the problems are. So if one region is not moving forward, that region is not supposed to stop the other regions from achieving their goals. But what we have today is exactly that. I'll tell you something. Particularly, I always say this to my northern friends. We have a situation in our 64 years of independence. Northerners have ruled this country for close to 50 years. And yet, we are not even talking how terrible the whole country is. Go to the north and see how the ordinary House of Fulani are going through hell. Despite all the years that these people have spent. Àwọn people yìí wọ́n ní jẹ́ ká mọ ibi tá à ń lọ until tí gbogbo wa bá dìde as one la máa tó lè change nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yìí. daga kan Tafawa Balewa muka zo kan Gowon, aka dawo aka zo kan Murtala Muhammad, aka zo aka samu Alhaji Shehu Shagari, bayan Shehu Shagari aka samu Buhari, bayan Buhari aka samu Babangida, bayan Babangida aka samu Abacha, bayan Abacha aka samu Musa Yar'Adua. Amma duk da haka Arewa na cikin wahala. Amma yau kullum ana cewa menene kaza. Muna musulunci, muna sallah, muna karanta alkur'ani kullum, amma mutanenmu na ta mutuwa a banza, sai kwasan kuɗi muke, muna ta cinye kuɗi, muna ta kakkashe mutane a banza, amma mutanenmu na cikin wahala a kullum. The time has come for us to understand that our involvement is the only way to push our leaders to the edge, just as they have pushed the Nigerian people to the edge. We need to come together. It's now or never. The protest that just ended not so long ago tells you so much. The amount of money that is just being revealed at the present, 21 million for a senator every month, when our judges, our doctors, our professors are not even earning up to 5 million. We need a leader that can bring that on the table. No senator of Nigeria or House of Reps will ever collect up to 5 million. And if this is done, that is when we start to get people with the desire to change Nigeria. And until we do this, Nigeria will not change. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on my next video. Please share this video. It's very, very important, because we have to rise up like an army in order to take back what is yours.